Hey guys, what's up? It's Bib07 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. I'm going to be talking about the behind the scenes for September in this video. So, yeah, that's basically the subject. I'm just doing div in this one, so nothing too much to watch. I'm also playing on my Iron Man at the moment, just doing some dailies, getting my crystal glass and everything, so that'll be popping up on the bottom from time to time as well. But yeah, currently doing div. I am here at the incandescent wisps. I'm at the highest level wisps now. Just got 95 this morning actually, which is I was pretty happy with, because now I get to be at the highest level wisps. I know it's more efficient to only get 99 div or train your div with cash, but I really can't stand to do cash. Like I don't mind doing cash when I'm either not doing anything or I'm already doing div. I'll just jump in the cache when it shows up. But like if I'm training, like when I was training woodcutting, or like if I'm PVMing, or if I'm like training some other skill, I don't feel like leaving just to go do cache. Like it's kind of just annoying. But yeah, that's basically my excuse for that. But I mean, I am aware that it's like technically more efficient to do it that way, but I really I wouldn't ever get 99 if I did that, probably. But while I'm training doing my div, I do 4 caches a day, because I use a daily reroll token, so that's like a free 200k XP every day. Maybe actually it's like even more than that. It's like 240k at this level, so it's pretty sweet. I also did the Memorial to Gothics like 3 or 4 times, however many times you need for trim, and I unlocked a bunch of the rewards from that. So I now have, like, I don't remember which 4 things I put the perks in, but there's only a few that are really that useful. I didn't put it in bottling the Gothics cache boost at all, but I think it's definitely worth doing because you actually get quite a lot of divination XP from just doing the Memorial to Gothics, as long as you have the strands. Those are the annoying thing to get. But let me just quickly look at the benefits so I can remember which ones I did select. Oh yeah, I have the one that makes divine locations give you more XP but give no items, because I think that is really good to have just for in general, because honestly when you're doing divine locations it's straight up annoying to get items and have to bank them, in my opinion. So I went for that one first, and I also got the ethereal connection, which means the duration of the springs here that I do at divination is longer, so that's just a nice thing to have. I also have it so I can offer chronicles from my inventory, which is really nice because you can actually just offer 1 chronicle at a time. Like if a chronicle spawns, I just catch it and offer it and it's gone, and it gives me like a free like 960 div XP every time a chronicle spawns, along with the 1k hunter XP. So yeah, that's a really convenient one because you don't have to worry about banking them or going to turn them in. And what was the last one? Oh, the last one I had was Wisp Herder, where converting memories has a small chance to spawn an additional wisp. There's a bunch more benefits from it, but honestly those were the ones that in my opinion would be the most useful. So I got all of those, and yeah, I have like the trim requirement out of the way. It's also a master quest cape requirement to do that once, but I thought it was a good thing just to do, because not only did it give me div XP, it also gave me a few nice little perks while I'm doing my div. And now whenever I get the memory strands, I can go hand them in for more div XP at the person there, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically it for the max cape progress. I'm nearly 93 farming as well, but mainly just been doing div at the moment, so probably going to be getting that as my next one. 700k till 96. It is pretty slow, but I'm not too worried about it because I am been doing a bit of PVM stuff on my Iron Man. If you didn't see my progress video on that, I uploaded a new one yesterday, so you guys can check that out if you missed it. But yeah, anyways, you guys, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the behind the scenes that they released yesterday, just so I can get a feel for what's upcoming this month. And honestly, it seems pretty sparse, which kind of sucks. pretty much the only update really is going to be the Invention Batch 2. So they are coming out with Invention Batch 2 this month, which is going to be nice. You know, I'm sure a lot of people have been excited and waiting for that, but it's pretty much the only update for the month, which I guess is not a huge deal, but they talk about the Balthazar's big raffle, which is going on again. That's already going on. I'm sure most of you have entered it. I actually won Death Touch darts this week. I don't know if I'm going to use them or keep them because there's not anything you can really use them on that's very good at the moment. I mean, you can use them on Next. That's like the typical thing that most people use them on, but it's not that great. I mean, Next drops aren't that worth that much and just not, I don't know, it doesn't seem that great in general. But apparently you can use it to just skip P5 Telos, if I'm not mistaken. So I might use them to try and push some in Rage just to get some free Telos drops at high in Rage, but I don't know. I could just keep them and maybe use them on like a new boss, but they tend to not be able to be used on new bosses, so they're becoming less and less useful. But there's also other things you can win off of it. I think today's Golden Barrows sets, so you can try and go for that if you want. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing they do sometimes. You also get prismatic stars for every ticket you don't win off of, so that's always nice. You know, you can get some free bonus XP. And then they talk about obviously double XP weekend is coming on the 15th of September, on the Friday the 15th. So hope you guys are getting ready for that. I definitely am going to be getting at least 499s over that weekend. And then maybe even more after that, depending on how close I am on other skills. But I'm really looking forward to it. Definitely going to be no lifing pretty much for the whole weekend. But yeah, then after that they talk about Invention Batch 2, which is going to be pretty crazy. The things they showed in their behind the scenes video looked pretty insane. They're introducing a new concept for Invention, and I guess it's going to be in the Invention Guild, like down those blocked off stairs that are inaccessible at the moment. You're going to be able to build what's called machines, and these are basically going to be things that are similar to farming and player-owned ports in that they operate while you are offline. They still run, and they're going to be, you're going to be able to do a bunch of different things with them. They didn't outline everything in the video. Obviously they don't want to give away everything, but they showed off the names of quite a few machines, and there's going to be things where you can just load one up with logs and it'll just be able to turn them into planks for you while you're AFK or not even online. There's also going to be one that alks for you. I think there was one that said it was called like an unfinished potion maker, so you're going to be able to make unfinished potions without having to make them. Other than that, I can't remember any of the ones 100% that they mentioned, but they sound pretty sweet. It's going to be interesting to see if they're like super OP or not, but they are going to use Divine Charge, so they showed off the cost of making some of them, and they're pretty expensive. Like some of them cost like 50 Divine Charge to make a machine, and then it costs Divine Charge also to run the machine. So potential investment right there if you want to try and get some investing in some Divine Charges, because I assume when this update comes out they are going to rise in price because everyone's going to want to try out the new machines, and you need quite a bit of Divine Charge for those. But yeah, I mean, that's obviously there's probably going to be a lot of stuff they didn't even mention or show off, but they also showed off a few more what are they called, like gizmos. They're not called gizmos, but whatever, the little things you use. So they're going to have ways so you can remove gizmos from armor without damaging it, and I don't understand if that's going to be where you can take the gizmo off and just have the gizmo, or are you going to still destroy the gizmo. They didn't really make it very clear on that, but that's definitely interesting. Oh, here I can show off. So yeah, I just catch this Chronicle and boom, offer it 964 Div XP, just like that. It's pretty sweet. Definitely a nice perk to get. But yeah, and the big news about these is obviously they're removing augmenter, or no, they're not removing augmenters. They are removing inspiration, and they're also making augmenters tradable, and they're also adding new benefits for augmented items beyond level 12. So at the moment, if you level up your items past level 12, there's pretty much no reason to do so. But they're going to create reasons for that in the update. So they're going to add new perks for your gear once they reach level 12 plus, which is going to be interesting. I feel like that's a little worrisome because it may nerf in a way. It may nerf tier 90 power armor in a way, because since you have to keep disassembling it eventually, you won't be able to utilize the perks that you may get from having higher levels of the gear as often, because you're going to need to level it up again once you get a new set, and stuff like Nex armor wouldn't have this problem. So it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic on that, because they also mentioned that a higher level will give you an increased chance of perk activation, which is definitely going to be a factor when you're considering if you want to use like power armor or Nex armor, that you don't have to, you know, reset the XP all the time unless you're obviously trying to train Invention. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that works out, but all in all, it sounds pretty cool. Definitely something we've been waiting for a while is Invention Batch 2, and I'm looking forward to these changes. Very interested to see how the machines are, you know, operated and how expensive they are to use, because I mean, while they could be good on main accounts, it depends on the prices of things, and that's going to be interesting. But it looks like they'll definitely have some things that are going to be super useful for Iron Man accounts. So I'm looking forward to maybe making use of those on my Iron Man, those new machines. But I'm definitely going to need to get my invention level up more before I can really make any good use of those. But yeah, that's pretty much the only big update they talked about. They have one other section about ninja updates where they are making some changes to the Motherlode Maw, adding new items, including the memory strands I was just talking about, chimes, Slayer VIP tickets. This one I don't understand, butterfly jars. I don't know why they're adding those. Scrimshaws, XP crystals, ghostly essence, and shattered world anima. And they're also removing some items that people didn't like. So good to see that they're listening to feedback on that. And they are changing around the Motherlode Maw a little bit. I didn't really know that that was something they were looking at. Like, I don't know. No, I never really hear anybody talk about the Motherlode Maw, so it's interesting to see that they've decided to put it as a focus in this behind the scenes. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's definitely interesting. I don't think I can use it on either of my accounts. Pretty sure you need like one. Is it 115 dunge for it, or is it just 105? I don't remember. But you need some super high dunge level that I don't have yet on either of my accounts, so can't make use of that when it comes out. But it definitely sounds cool. Glad to see they're changing it. And also RuneFest is this month, so if any of you are going to that, I doubt it, but I mean, if any of you are, you know, have fun at that. I think it's I don't actually know. They don't have the date on here, so I have no idea what day it is, but sometime in the middle of the month, I do believe. So that's definitely going to be cool just to see what kind of updates they tease or what stuff they, you know, unveil. I mean, they did say there's going to be a big mic drop moment revealing something that RuneScape has been missing for a long time. So I'm definitely interested to see what that ends up being, and I'll probably be making quite a few videos on what happens at RuneFest, because it's going to be cool to speculate and as well as just to talk about the new things they reveal and what's coming out. They also talked about poll improvements. So they are going to be improving the poll system with better interfaces and descriptions so that you can more easily have your say. What they need to do is make it so they can ask more than 3 questions at a time, for fuck's sake. Like, why are they not updating it so they have the ability to ask as many questions as they want? I guess it's fair that they don't ever ask more than 3 questions, and they haven't asked a Ruby poll in fucking like weeks now, several weeks. It might even be up to a month at this point. I don't even remember, but it has been a long time since the Ruby poll has been updated. Also, the mining and smithing poll is out. I didn't even feel like making a video on this because, I mean, you guys probably all saw it on Reddit, or, you know, you already know about it. Everyone just flipped out about this, like, whole mining and smithing. So they asked, should we develop a high-level mining and smithing update which brings all the 70-plus benefits of the rework sooner but delays the tidying up of old content? and no is the vast majority. It needs a ridiculous 75% to pass, but I voted yes just because I knew it wasn't going to win regardless. It really didn't matter. Because I mean, I just saw like the cult of rage on Reddit was all like, everyone vote no, old school brothers in arms are gonna all vote no for you, RS3. Like, who the fuck cares that much about the mining and smithing rework? I honestly couldn't give less of a shit about it myself. But either way, I mean, as if they like, it basically just says, do you want some content now and then the rest delayed, or do you want it all to be delayed? And people are voting for it all to be delayed, which I mean, I honestly don't care about the result, but that just seems weird in my mind. I hope that this no vote, just the only thing I hope is that the no vote does not change the Clue Scroll rework timeline at all. All I care about at this point is the Clue Scroll rework and when that is coming out. And it's supposed to come out next month in October, and if it doesn't, I'm fucking gonna kill somebody, because if they fucking said in the year ahead video that it was coming out in March, dude, and it is September. So if it doesn't come out next month, I am raging 100%. And one thing I think that is weird that hasn't been announced for this month is the combat pets. Like, where the hell are the combat pets? We passed the concept polls like how long ago now? How long can it really take to make them? Like, I thought for sure they were coming in this update. So I might just have to get 99 attack strength prayer before they come out, because I honestly can't be asked to wait any longer. But hopefully maybe those will be coming next month as well. That would be a pretty sick month, combat pets and the Clue Scroll rework. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about in this video, you guys. Nothing else really. So it sounds like it's going to be a pretty boring-ish month. I mean, the Invention Batch 2 is probably like worth maybe 2 weeks of updates, maybe even 3, in terms of how big of an update it's going to be in terms of content and just changing the game in a way. But still, it's kind of lame to only see that one update on the the ticket for this month. At least we'll have double XP to tide us over. But yeah, looking forward to the Invention rework. Let me know what you guys think about the machines they've announced and what you think is going to be coming out that they haven't announced maybe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.